Children yesterday, yes, then parents didn't invest for children. I think a father stayed in just one house. He didn't make one house for his son and one house for his daughter and one for his granddaughter. There was one house. And children knew that if they have to survive well, live well, they had to invest. They had to make their own houses for their families. So what happened? They lived because of this thing that they have to earn money. They, looked at that and they lived to their full potential. What universe wants? That is evolving. Thinking to do this. Okay, let me do this so that I can generate more money. Let me do this. I have to make a house also. If I have to get married, I need a house. If my parents, they have a small house, we have to make it larger. So that evolution was taking place. So children were well-rounded, very well-bonded and compassionate, disciplined, independent, self-reliant, loving and respectful to parents and family members, had value for relationships, and girls were all-rounded. A girl, by the time she got married, she could manage the household. She knew everything, how to keep a house, how to cook. And when the children came, she was self-sufficient to look after her children. And today, I'll tell you the example of my own daughter. When she had a child, I was in a spin. Mom, come, I don't know, either I can take care of my child or my house, I cannot manage. And last 4 years, I have been helping my daughter because she cannot do it. It was only academic all the time. And so since there were large families, there was no child centricity. Today we have 1 or 2 children, total focus is the children, and children have no space. They all the time, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? Don't do this, is happening all the time. So attention, and I come to today's generation, attention and focus is there, but too much of it, which is not required. It is misplaced. So I'll come to the scenario today. Both husband and wife are working. Mother is not there to teach them communication skills or all the things I've told you. I won't repeat. But have to go out, meet deadlines. Father is a provider, all right, but he's one of them because both are providers. And he's provider, he's not just the provider, so he's not getting the love and respect in olden generations the father got. That respect the wife had or the children had for the provider of the family is not there. Today, look, if you are earning, I'm earning. If you have to meet deadlines, I have to meet deadlines. So you share the work with me. Come to me in the also, in the house also. Let's share the work. Sorry. Hello. It's not working. Okay. So sometimes because of all these problems and arguments and violent, exchange of words happens. No, it's not working. It's okay. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I have been an educationist, so I have a loud voice. Okay. So there are divorce and often sometimes. Now what happens is that a child in the olden generation when the child was secure and happy, here the child is insecure, child is bitter, child is becoming aggressive, and these are the problems being faced by the children. They're not growing up well-rounded at all. Then what happens is parents are guilty sometimes because mother is working, she has no time for the children. And because to get over that guilt, they will go and buy lavish presents for the children. Okay, I will buy most expensive thing. The child says, I want this, and it is bought because they want to, because they are guilty. And just to get rid of the guilt, they are over-pampering the children. And what is happening in today's generation, another thing is this competition is coming. Our friend has a BMW, and the wife says, we don't have, and that means I mean, even they go and take a loan to be at par with their friends and family all around. So what are the children learning? Children, everything they are getting easy. Whatever they ask for, they get. I think, do we need it? Achha, okay, fine. Okay, so the child is getting everything easy, so he is not learning a very important lesson which can stand him in good stead in the future to live within his means. I think the whole world is in depression owing to this fact. Discipline is ignored. Which child is rising up in the morning before the sun rises? I remember when we were growing up, of course, our parents would say, hey, the sun has come up and you're still sleeping. And today, where is the sun? Even if you're getting up in the afternoon in the AC room, you don't see the sun. So you can keep sleeping. You have late night and you sleep next day late. And sometimes, if the child has had a late night studying, parents say, no, poor thing, let him sleep. Even if he studied later, it's his life. Wake him up in time. But no, poor thing, let him sleep. And the child is never asked to share the chores in the house. There are a servant, there's a driver, and even if they are not there, the mother and father will go out of their way to do everything themselves because child should not be bothered. Don't you think this is disservice? You're robbing him of his training. That's not done. And what happens? You're loving, you think it's out of love. Tomorrow, when you are old or not there, how is he going to manage? Some parents are living their life, they live lost ambitions. Father wanted to be something in life. He couldn't be, so his father should do it. So all the activities, structured activities are chosen for him. You have to do this, you have to do this. Failure and mistakes are just not accepted. Earlier on, if the child didn't do well in anything, they say, doesn't matter, try again. So he learned perseverance and resilience. Today's child, if he fails or get less marks, the house collapses. Father, oh my God, I spent so much of money and this is what your mother, mother again, you don't know I'm working so hard, earning so much for you all and what have you done? So what, in most of the cases, either children go into depressions or they commit suicide. Few children, so too child-centric, have unreasonable and high expectations, too much of academic stress on the children, and all this life skills education, what we've been talking about, are totally forgotten. They are making large assets for the children, and children also know that they are making large assets, so this is what's happening. Now you tell me, I put up this question to you. Is the role diminishing? Is the role of parents diminishing in 21st century?
Going in a different direction altogether.
Yes. So what do you think about it? Tell me. How many of you agree that it is diminishing? Or how many of you feel it is not?
I wouldn't say it's diminishing. I think that it is taking an exciting turn.
Mm-hmm.
Because some of the things that parents back then were doing, they were probably saying that, okay, we live in society X, we live in this means, this is the family and the life that we have. And then they raise their children with those expectations. And then because every parent wants their children to have the best and go to the best schools and have a good life, now what I think parents are thinking is that the best of this, the best of everything, and this is just my opinion, and they are thinking that by giving them the best, I have to take away the tough decisions, the rough experiences, because I had to go through this to get this. If I remove those away from them, I am giving them the best, and not understanding that part of the journey in life is to actually go through those tribulations.
Yes.
To get to where the parent
Absolutely,
was.
yes.
So I think I agree with you, we're robbing them of something that is part of our DNA, that is part of our making to be good human beings, and we are not letting them go through that.
Yes, we are not letting them know.
That's my
Yeah.
I just have something to add. I feel that we, in this day and age, we want to, we want them to be independent because the world is cutthroat. Like she was in a hostel and she had to take most of the decisions of her life herself. But where do we draw the line? Because if we send our children to hostels and we want to make them street smart, they may, because they're impressionable, they may think, oh, their parents don't love us, they're just getting rid of us. And if you keep them at home and then, as you said, that the role is diminishing, you are puppy coddling them or protecting them too much. So where do you draw the line between making them, ready for the world out there, and still, how do you love them and still make them street smart?
Okay, I feel sending them to hostels, I don't agree with this. Because they, I don't know, it's my opinion, they are later on misfits in the society, because, and a child has to grow up with his relations, with his brothers and sisters and parents. But the thing is, what I'll tell you where to draw the line, they should not, put too much of academic pressure on the child, and don't have, that only when what the parents tell you, you have to do. And sometimes parents come down hard on them, even if child, wants to speak in his inner voice or little voice that I want to do this. And if it is not to the liking of the parents, they'll crush it there and then. You know, and children cannot go against the parents. They don't have the guts to go against the parents when they're little. And what we can do is, I think, in today's world, as it is, a child is ahead of us. A 3-year, 4-year child is handling an iPad and a smartphone better than us. And we are looking up at teenagers to teach us technology. Face layout change ho gaya, please tell me how to do it, you know, we go to him and he's teaching us. So I feel if you remove this pressure from him, that what the child has to do, what choice he has to make, what he has to be in life, and too much of academic pressure, this leave alone. And we come back to those life skills which I pointed out earlier, what universe, we have to actually connect with the universe. And please, this thing we have to remove our minds that child is mine. Child is not yours. Child has just come through you. And a child is in this world because of universe or nature's longing for life and continuity. That is nature. They want continuity. You're just a medium. And of course, we all love our children unconditionally, but we have to keep it in mind that we have to chisel him, mold him, train him to be an individual, what universe want for the evolution of life. Yes, you wanted to say something?
Yeah.
Yes.
How do you explain in today's context the universal success of a serial, a TV serial like Friends,
Hmm.
which basically, you know, a life away from grown-ups, you know, independence.
Yes.
How do you explain the success when it's universal?
Could you, I mean, who's watches Friends here?
Friends, the
Can you explain it to me, because I don't watch this?
TV show.
Yeah.
No, but show me, please.
What is it about?
It's a TV show
Okay.
about friends
Uh-huh.
who they basically just went through life like do you know that
They
the show,
basically
right?
become like a family. But
Yeah.
the TV show, just the TV show friends, yeah. They're basically like their own family unit.
Okay.
One person needs the other. There's someone always there, and there's different. Each individual brings very different characters to the table. That's the
Okay.
gist of the show.
Okay.
I don't know what the.
So basically what I read, I've watched about 2 episodes and switched off.
Okay.
You know, I'm
That's what I also didn't, I'm not.
Parents did. They're just living on their own.
See, what I thought, I could be wrong, and my daughter, who's now 30, has watched 72 episodes
Oh.
about 10 times. I'm not joking. So, what basically I got from it was that, look, it's a desire that it's just us.
Hmm.
It's our world that we've created. It's just all of us. We'll solve every problem. We'll go through the trials and tribulations. Success, it doesn't matter. One person is a waitress, one person is something, you know. But it's away from any grown-ups. I didn't see any grown-ups over there, did you? It's, and that's the aspiration
Hmm.
of these people, to get away
Hmm.